Hello, hello. You're all welcome to today's section. So, in today's session, we are going to be looking at more visualization techniques in Power BI. So, we're just going to look at some other features that we have not used before. So, everything we've learned so far are actually enough for anyone to pick up and start analyzing, start creating dashboards. And what we're going to be learning today is about some other caramel toppings to add to what we have learned so far. So today we're going to be looking at drill through, and we're also going to be looking at how to format some basic rules in formatting our dashboards to make it aesthetically decent. So we have looked into this before just for us to visit the tool, kind of familiarize oneself with what they are and what how we abide by those rules in Power BI. So sit back, relax, and bring out your PC. So I'm going to present my Power BI page now, so that's kind of all along. So like I said, the first concept we're going to be looking at firstly is drill through. So what does drill through do? Drill through is used to drill down on a particular unit of analysis. So let's say I have set of fruits. So I have apple, I have orange, I have banana. Okay, I have carrots, I have cucumber. So these are 5 fruits that I have that I'm presenting on. What I can do is I can show the distribution of these 5 fruits: orange, apple, banana, cucumber, and carrots. I can show their distribution. Let's say I have data on them. I say, oh, I make more sales with apple. Oh, I make more sales with carrot. Oh, I make more sales with orange. So let's assume that I'm looking at my sales. I'm looking at my sales and I'm trying to look at, okay, which fruits gave me the highest return. And I discovered that, okay, carrot gave me the highest return. But I want to know, how is carrot doing? That's what drill through gives us. So I can drill into carrots and say, okay, how many carrots did I sell? How many bags? How many customers patronized carrots? What is the trend in carrots across the year? What is this? I can start asking different questions because I want to drill into carrots. Peradventure, I also add orange, being the one that I add the least sales in. What I can do is I can drill into orange and see what is happening in orange, in that orange category, what's happening there. The drill tool can help me, take a peek into orange. Then I can drill into orange and say, okay, what is happening in orange? What is this? What is that? What is this? What is that? Then I can, answer some questions about that category only. So let me bring it to another, level of analysis. So let's say I am a macroeconomic analyst, and we are looking at, okay, so I'm working with President Tinubu, and we're looking at, okay, which sector is performing well, which sector is not performing well. I say, okay, mining, performing well, petroleum performing extremely well. And we find out that okay, we want to see the one after petroleum. Which one is after? Oh, agric is performing, but it's not performing as much as petroleum. But because we know okay, petroleum is our mainstay, then once we look at okay, the next sector that is performing as much as not as much as petroleum, but like the second economy, the second sector that is performing. We want to see what's happening there. Then we can drill into that economy, into that sector and see what is happening. How many products were being exported? What is the level of investment that we had in that sector? How many new companies were created? How much FDI, that foreign direct investment, did we get in that sector? How many new players were in that sector for that year? How many companies died in natural deaths in that sector? So these are the questions that we can then start answering because you have now drilled into that sector. The same thing happens in Power BI. So we're going to be looking at an example today. So this is a data set we have been using for a while now. So this data set talks about some companies and we are looking at the membership of some members of that mutual company. Then what we now want to see is for our first analysis, we want to see which membership status is giving us the most profits. Just like we saw with sector, okay, which sector is giving us, is doing well. Just like we saw in the example of oranges, example of fruits, like which fruit is giving us more sales. Now, in this case, we want to know which membership status is giving us the most profit. Look at the distribution of membership status here by profit. We can see that people that are in silver membership, they are the highest, while the people that are not members at all, they gave us the lowest profit. So what the organization is not interested in is they want to know what is happening in these membership status, in this membership status, in this membership status, and in this membership status. So what would have happened before you start any drill through is that you create another analysis on its own that you will drill into. So now you notice that on this page, we have a page for average membership by average spend by membership. And we also have the space for, so sorry, I need to do this very well. We also have a space for average spend by, average spend by membership. So I'm going to take this off. So what I am interested in is average spend by membership. That's what I'm interested in. So what I would have done is that this is where I want to drill into. This is what I want to see by each of these membership status. So in another page, what I would have done is I would have done so many things by membership status. So all of the analysis I'm going to have on that page will be by membership status, by membership status, by membership status, by membership status. In the case of fruits, what I'm going to be doing is everything I have in the page I want to drill into, I would have done it by fruit, by fruit. All of the analysis will be by fruit. So that when I'm drilling into orange, anything that I'm coming to meet on that target page will be by orange. If I'm drilling into carrots, anything I will now meet on that page will be by carrots. So first step, you do your overview analysis before you start drill through at all. You do your overview analysis, which is to know, okay, all of the categories that you want to drill into. or you might want to drill into all of them or some of them. So you have those categories. So this might also be something around, okay, sales in all geopolitical zones. In all the six geopolitical zones in Nigeria. Let's assume that you're a retail company. I want to say, okay, sales across all geopolitical zones in Nigeria. So you have northwest, north south, north central, south south, southeast, southwest. You have all the six zones. Then you have the sales in all of those zones. Then you say, okay, I want to drill into each of them to know, okay, what is happening here? What is happening here? What is happening here? What you would have done is, after you have done your overview analysis of all of the zones, in this case, we have all of the membership, because what we are interested in here is membership status. So you now create another page that has analysis by zone. So you might have multiple charts, multiple analysis, multiple insights on this page. So by the time you are drilling, but all of the analysis must be by zone or by membership. If it is fruits that you are doing, to be by fruit. So all of your charts will be by that variable that you have shown its overview in the previous page. So by the time you are drilling into this page, what will then be happening is that what you are now going to be saying will be only based on what you have drilled into. So by the time I'm drilling into gold from here, let's assume that I'm drilling into gold from here. By the time I drill into this target analysis now, because I have done average spend by membership, the only thing I will see here will be gold. If I drill into silver here, the only thing I will see on this target analysis will be what? Silver. So that's how that works. That's how it works. That's how it works. That's how it works. So let's assume that we are doing like retail sales. So there's a company that sells some products across Nigeria. And they have the distribution by zones already on this first page. Then what you'd have done as an analysis, you would have the analysis that you want to know in each of the zones. You have created another page. Okay, sales by days, by zone, average spend by zone, profit by zone, this by zone, this by zone. You have had all of those analysis on the target page that you want to drill into. Then the next thing is that when you go back to the normal page, you just drill into each of those categories, which is the next thing you want to work on now. So once you drill into, because you have done your target page is by zone, only thing you are going to see you drill into will only be the zone that you drilled into. So now let me now perform the practice. So how do we drill through? Yeah, this is one button here that's drill through. So I'm going to remove it. So it's actually not usable for us. So what you do is on the target page that you want to drill, that you would want to drill into, what you do is that you go to that target page. Under this visualization, you will see some things about values, drill through, cross report, keep all filters. So you see add drill through fields here. So that's where you add drill through. Now you remember that the field that we want to drill through is membership. If you remember, it is what? Membership. That's what we want to drill through. So what you just do is that you drag membership here. Once you drag membership here, then you go back to where your major, is. So when you go back to what your major, is, then you can add what we call a drill through button. Or you right click on drill through. You see that the page that is our target page is already under drill through now. If you click on target analysis, you see that it's only the value that I drew through. That's what we show. Silver. And this is where the buttons that we've learned so far, this is where they work. So you can just say, okay, I want to go back to previous page so that it can go back to where you are coming from. If I want to drill through gold, I'll just right click gold, go to drill through. Go to target analysis. You see that it's only gold that will show. You can see. And even that I have multiple charts on this page. All of those charts will only have gold, 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 gold. Because I have drilled into gold. So I can press Control key, then click on this to go back to where I'm coming from. If I want to drill into bronze, I'll just right click bronze, drill through, then target analysis. Same page. So it will link back to the page that I'm going to. Then I can go back. So that's how drill through works. Very easy and straightforward. Very easy and straightforward. But you already see that there is an issue with right clicking. So you can actually add a button that would have what we call drill through. You can have a button that is like that can perform that drill through for you. Because you see that as you are right clicking, you are left clicking, it might be a problem. So it's good for you to have like a button that will perform the drill through function for you. So that's what we want to do now. So when you want to drill through, you can easily, use that button, and the button would then help you get a drill through. So I'm not going to use it. I'm going to use a shape so that it will be easier for me. And like I said in the last class, you can actually use shape and button for anything, both shape, button, shape, image. You can use them for to perform actions. So I'm going to use this. So I'm going to then go to format shape. I'll go to action. I'm going to put it on. Then I'm going to use it as a drill through. Now destination to where? So I'm going to, pick my drill through. Sorry, come in. Let me show you that. Action. Drill through. Sorry. Think close. Yeah. Okay. It's because it was not there before. Yeah. Becoming. I think we'd have to leave out this button. So in the next video, I'm going to properly explain how to use the button is not working. So, but for now, let's just focus on right clicking. So when you right click, once you add your drill through, yeah, okay. Sorry. So I'm going to do this now. So it's going to do the same thing. I'm going to add my drill through. So the drill through button would work. So what the drill through button does at times is, so let's assume that you want the drill through to be in the same page as where you are. That's what drill button does. So I can actually put the drill button here also, where unlike right clicking and coming here, I can put the button here, only here. Then when I put my button here, come in, we use the shape, just like I used before. We use the shape. All right. So I'm going to make the action to be drill through. Yeah, and my destination is profit analysis. That's my destination. So I can hold control key. So while we do this, I will click on the button I want to drill through and go to where I'm going to. So you can see that the reason I was able to drill through from here was because the category is here also. So that's the reason. So I can drill through from any angle. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to come back here. So I'm going to move through button here. Okay. Remove this. And I'm going to keep my, this is where I want to drill through. This is where I want to come to, just like we did before. So I'm going to keep my drill through there. And I'm going to come back to profit analysis. So just like the way, instead of right clicking and going there, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to insert shape there. So because I have my drill through button in target analysis, just like the way we did when we right. So what I'll just do now is I'll go to action, come down, click on drill through here, destination is target analysis. So what then happens is that instead of right clicking, I can just pick this silver, press Control key, and click on this button to do the same thing as what we had before. To do the same thing as what we had before. That's what happens. So it's just the same thing. I think I mistakenly put this in profit analysis. That was quite issues. So just the same way, both sides, go to target analysis. After you have done your target page, you have your overview here in the first page. And you go to your target analysis, you do all your insight by that overview, the categories that you have in the overview. You have done all your analysis. Like I said, when you drill through, it will only show what you have drilled into. What then happens is that you drag the same variable that is in the overview, which, like in this place now, is membership status. You are going to come here in the target page. You're going to drag that variable into the drill through. Then, if you're not using button, you right click on the category, you go to drill through, go to the page that you have put your, so you drill into that page. I know that we have multiple insights here. It's going to show the same thing. So it's going to show, okay, this is it. So I know that I am coming to this place. Since I have membership here, the only thing that will show, if I am drilling into this analysis, the only thing that will show here will be the value that I have shown in the overview. So you can even put multiple pages. You can drill into multiple pages. It's not compulsory that you drill into one page. So if I want to drill into this place, into purchase pattern also, I can drag Elite membership into this. And you'd already notice that if I go back to this place and I right click, it's not going to, that group will now give me two, it will allow me to actually either go to purchase pattern, or I'll be able to go to purchase pattern or target analysis. That's what I can do. Purchase pattern or target analysis is the one that I track. Okay. Yeah. So it's going to allow me to go to either purchase pattern or target analysis. You can see I can drill into any of it now. So you guys, what I was talking about. So drill through just allows you to, whatever an insight you already have on a page, drill through just allow it to just see that an insight based on what you have drilled into. So the only thing that will be showing is just the what you have drilled into. So that's what drill through does. That's what drill through does. So if you now have a button, so you just bring in the button, put in the button, then go to action, drill through, pick drill through on that action type, then bring your target destination. You can see that I can pick my target destination now, either purchase pattern or target analysis, because I already have a drill through here. I already have a drill through here. So you can have drill through in multiple pages on your report. So that's about drill through. The other thing I want to quickly touch on is colors. Please, there are basic rules in presentation around colors, and those are whenever you have bold color, don't put bold color on bold color. But the reason you're able to see this blue color is because the background is a light color. If I have a dark background, you will not see the blue color. So I'm going to put a dark background so that you can see that once you put a dark background, it will not, give you something good again. So let me plot area background and kind of um, what I want to plot with this in background. Okay, I put the right one. So you can see it becomes so bad if I pick a very deep color. It's not going to be pleasant to the eyes. But once I pick a fairer color, a lighter color, it becomes good. That's why it's good to always put bold on. That's so whatever it is you're going to have, black or font size or anything, always ensure that darker colors, darker gray of colors are always on light colors, whilst light colors are on dark color. So let's assume that I wanted to, put a dark color. What I'll do is I'll change my bars to something else entirely. So instead of using blue, I might use white. So I'll use white instead of blue because now I want this to show. You notice that since this is already white, I have to change the fonts, all of the fonts for the x-axis and y-axis and the values to also white so that it will also mimic what I had before. But it's good to just leave it as it is, which is dark on white, light color. That's the major thing I wanted to let you see. And over time, we've learned how to change fonts, how to do all of those, increasing font size, changing font style. So please ensure that you use different font styles so as to make things, good and beautiful. Thank you very much, everyone. It's so nice to have you all in this session. So in the next video, yeah, we're going to be looking at one other concept in Power BI. That will be all on Power BI. So just to wrap up, and knowledge is a spectrum. I want you to know that knowledge is a spectrum. Nobody is at both ends of the spectrum, except either the person, if someone is at the lowest end of knowledge spectrum, then that means that the person has a tabula rasa, that the philosophical folks will say when you give birth to a child has a clear state of mind. So that means that the person is a child. And I, you and I would, agree that by the second day that a child gets into this world, even in the next minutes that a child gets into this world, just starts to accumulate knowledge, either through light or through visuals or through touch and all of this. So as soon as the child gets into this world, the mind is not a tabula rasa again. And that's why, please just know that knowledge is a spectrum. Nobody's at the tail end. Nobody's at the tail end, lowest end. Everyone is along the spectrum. Just strive to be better than yesterday. Strive to be better. Strive to be, because in the long run, what you know is what you should. Thank you. See ya some other times. Bye.